Let's get started because 11:30 I have another student coming in. Okay. Aderi, are you here, Aderi? Aderi, are you here? Okay, never mind. Fazana, what topic would you like to do?
I have one topic that my senior suggested me on doing it, but it all depends on you also lah, Dr. Ting. If you okay, then I'm also okay lah. Can I share the okay?
Yeah, can.
Okay. Okay. So this is the topic. Can you see my screen, Doctor?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the proposed title lah, Efficiency of Project Management Consultant in Road Project in Sarawak. So as you can see here, the objective is we want to determine the level of satisfaction regarding the services of PMC Sarawak. Because from my experience, because Sarawak now they have like mega projects such as the Second Trunk Road, the ART projects, and my company is involved in this one lah. So this is one of my proposed title for me to do research on it. So, what do you think, Dr. Ting?
Efficiency of PMC. I mean, this is a kind of topic that will definitely get some people into very hot water lah, huh? And
Oh,
there will also be a chance that you don't get much respondents as well because it's quite limited to the
yeah,
because it's very
yeah.
specific to PMC. Okay.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, I mean, like PMC, there's not many PMC. There's only about, I think, about less than 5 PMC company
Yes,
around
yes,
in
less
town.
than 5.
So,
Yeah.
so you are actually trying to grade them, in that sense. And how many people would, I mean, like how many people are actually involved with them, you see? So, I mean,
Oh,
if
I
you are
see.
interested in a topic like this, I would actually um be likely for you to propose something like satisfaction level or project management, not exactly project management, but if you want to look at the efficiency of our consultants in general, our ECP, engineering practicing consultant in road project in Sarawak, then you may have a more wider audience to actually look at. So that ECP can include PMC.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that one
But
it makes sense also. Okay.
yeah, I mean, like I mean, this one definitely you will have to look for contractor, clients, and all that to answer your questionnaire. You see, so you cannot look
Yeah.
at PMC. I mean, like you cannot go and look at PMC alone. You see, if you look at PMC alone, how many clients and how many contractors are involved with PMC for road project? I mean, I can probably count with my 5 fingers. You see, so I mean, like with my 10 fingers. You see, so
Yeah.
then you cannot use questionnaire because if you use questionnaire, it's basically there won't be enough data.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, then you only have like 10 or 20 people answering your questionnaire, then we cannot pass you like that, you see.
Oh, okay.
So it's better if you want to look at the level of service, type of service, and also the efficiency of the service and the satisfaction level, that sort of things for ECP. ECP meaning that engineering practicing consultant, including PMC.
Okay. So the one that will answer the questionnaire will be the clients and the contractor, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-mm. Because they are the ones that they will look at their satisfaction level and all that. And I have a student this sem. I mean, like she graduated already from
Okay.
he did the payment procedures to ECP. You see, so we are looking at the
Oh,
payment procedure to like the industry of ECP lah, basically, towards the payment. You see, like how people are paying them, are they paying them well? Is there any delays, and that sort of things? Yeah.
Yeah.
But this
Okay.
one here, you are looking at not ECP. I mean, you're not looking at payment through ECP, but you are looking or something that has to do with because that questionnaire was actually done so that ECP can voice out their problem, you see. But yours is like maybe you're trying to gauge the service level of ECP, like how well our ECP are giving the service, are they cooperative, are they being professionals, are they on time, are they client friendly, that's that sort of things, you see. So I think that would be something interesting, but the result of it may be, I would say, may not be pleasing now to some people lah. It's bound to be some form of conflict here lah,
Okay.
there will be bound to be some form of problems lah in that sense lah, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to do something like this, I would suggest along that line of ECP lah, not so much of PMC. Yeah.
Okay. So is it so it is better if efficiency of in
I
sorry
won't say efficiency lah. Maybe we can look at the level of service from ECP in Sarawak, for example.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the first thing that you need to do is because the time is very, very short, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I spoke with Dr. Lim and they seem to think that this is the best way out, so I have nothing to say. That means you're doing your RM together with your RP. So I won't want to care about what is happening in RM. So you can take some of the information here that you do if let's say you confirm on my topic today. I think the deadline that I'm giving both you and Adery is basically about 5 weeks, maximum 6 weeks for literature review. So from today onwards until 6 weeks later, I need to see a perfect literature review. Okay, and then after that, I will give you about 3 weeks, I think, 3 weeks for to prepare your intro. Okay, and about 3 weeks to prepare your methodology, which is a chapter 3. Yeah, same goes with Adery. I mean, if he's here, if he's listening, then this is the same thing. If not, then he can go back and listen to the recording later lah. Yeah, so 6 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's very tight. And my suggestion is, if this is done in a very kalang-kabut way, at least we get the literature review and introduction finished first, and then I will stop you from doing RP2 next sem. Okay, and then we properly finish your RP1. I mean, like, I cannot, once you register for the subject, I cannot fail you anymore, you see. So, I mean, if I fail you, that means you have to repeat RP1. So unless you didn't hand in anything or you really make a mess out of, whole thing, supposed to be, if it's poorly done, I will still have to pass you with 60 marks, you see. And then, I will get you to continue repairing this, okay, until I'm happy in the second sem. Like for you, it's the second sem. For Adery, will be the third sem lah. So I will stop you from doing RP2, and then you properly finish up your RP1, and then that means your RP3 late, or even start on your chapter 4 to collect your data. Okay, because otherwise, if you jump straight, unless it's really, really perfect, otherwise you jump straight into data collection in the second sem, in a June sem, I can foresee some of you cannot finish collecting the data. You understand what I'm trying to say? So the
Yeah.
condition is, if you follow me, I do want things to be done properly. So this is the deadline that I have, and we can meet every 2 weeks. Like now, after we meet, you better send me something in 2 weeks' time for your literature review, and I will go through it with you, and then like see your problems and all that. And then after that, you give you another 2 weeks, and then second draft, give you another 2 weeks, third draft, and hopefully by the 6 weeks, your literature review are clean already. We can move you to introduction.
Okay.
Okay, so we're working on a 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks basis kind of thing. And then we'll see how you
Yes.
go by the 10th week, 11th week. If let's say I really find that things are really messy, so we will just try to wrap it up and then give you a pass. And then after that, your RP, next time, don't take any RP. Just use the time to clean up your RP and start your data collection.
Okay.
You understand? So we are going to play
Yeah.
by ear. I cannot guarantee you anything now, because I cannot say that, because the time is really short and you have so many subjects to handle. You've got 5 subjects to handle plus this one. I really foresee that you have to spend at least 5 hours a day, like maybe after work, like maybe 3 to 4 hours, and then you still have other subjects that you need to do assignments and all that, you see. So, I mean, minimum, you need to spend about 3 hours every day on this topic before things can materialize well in that sense,
Yeah.
So it is kalangkabut. It is very, very kalangkabut. So I would suggest that you can drop it now if you want to. If you want to give it a try, we still can go ahead and give it a try, and then see how you go by the end of the SEM. And then I will suggest to you not to take or to take RP2. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
But from the handbook, right, Dr. Ting, they didn't provide RP2 in semester 1 2022/2023.
Or you mean the third SEM, the June SEM, right?
No, not the June SEM, the September SEM.
If there are students who drop and delay, then Dr. Lim have to look up the subject for you to take. That one is for sure one. She cannot not put it up one.
Oh, so means
Yep.
that if I drop RP1 this SEM, so next SEM I will take RP1, and
Yep.
then on September I will take RP2.
Correct.
Oh, I see.
Yep. They're bound to be people who are taking RP2 in semester 2, you see, because there will be the June people that comes in, and then if they take RP2, so she will have to open RP2 for them also in September.
Oh,
Hmm.
I see.
The subject is not, the course that she show you in the handbook is just basically what is supposed to be there. Depending on the situation, as PC, we will need to open the subject if the student haven't taken it, you see.
Oh, I see. So it is not compulsory to take RP1 this SEM lah.
No, you can drop it, but you can tell her that you feel like it's too heavy for you and you want to drop it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, is it guaranteed that during September this year they will open up the RP2, Dr. Ting?
Is that guarantee not guarantee? We have to open for you if you need to take it, you see.
I see.
It's not like, purposely we don't open for you. Cannot be like that one.
Oh,
Talking about people who comes in June, you see, and there will be bound to be people like this October group. Maybe some of them, they did very badly RP1 this SEM, and then their supervisor stopped them from taking RP2 next SEM. Then they have to take RP2 in September. There will be some students who need to take RP2 in September. That is what I see lah.
I see. Okay, maybe I can ask Dr. Lee and Dr. Lim first lah. How is it? How the subjects will be like?
Yeah, the main if you get your core subject, you have to follow the core subject very carefully. Don't miss out on any core subject. And this RP1, because this RP1 and 2, you can really play with it. The only thing is you may be, say, if let's say you cannot pick up fast enough, then you may have to delay your graduation by one semester lah.
Oh,
This is going to be like 4 semester lah, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like for myself, my course like that, I have to open RP123 every sem one because I've got some students up to now they haven't finished RP3. Supposed to be there's no student taking RP3 this sem, but there are 3 left over for some reason. So then I have to open RP3 ba.
I see.
Then the student can register lah.
Okay. Maybe I'll discuss with Dr. Lee and Dr. Lim first lah.
Then you discuss with Dr. Lee first, and then she actually tells me, Dr. Lee was the one who actually tells me that in case the student didn't do well for RP1 this sem, then stop them from taking RP2 next sem and clean up RP2, and then get them to take RP2 the following sem, which is in September.
I see.
That is what she tells me. That makes me feel better because otherwise I don't agree with the system of you guys taking RP1, you see?
Yeah, because it's also I think also it's too heavy.
Yeah. But even if you are not taking RP1 this sem, I also suggest that because what happened is I think their concern is if you take RP1 next sem, okay, the credit hours looks okay, but when it comes to sem September, and then you take your RP2 at that time, then your credit hour is very, very heavy. There will be 4 core subjects plus RP. So you'll be taking 18 credit hours. No, 3, 12 plus 4, 16 credit hours.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll discuss first lah, Dr. Ting.
Okay. But this is what they are worried about lah, because now this sem, your credit hours add up only about
16.
16 kan?
Yeah.
Yeah, 16, because you've got 2 subjects that is having 2 credit hours.
Yeah.
So but then in the in your September sem, all the subjects are 3 credit hours.
Yeah.
Tapi I
Yeah.
saying lah, either you do 16 now or you do 16 then lah. I also don't know how they calculate also. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe I'll discuss first lah with Dr. Lee, and then
Okay.
I'll update you. Yeah.
Okay. But no matter what, if you're planning to take, if let's say you want to take this subject now, I mean this RP now, I think today I will just brief you on what is expected from your literature review. So you need to talk about the construction industry first. What is the overview of the construction industry? Okay. You need to do a like a 2.1 is what this chapter is all about. 2.2 is about the construction industry. What is the construction industry all about? And the construction industry is comprising of different types of professional service, like from professionals, from contractors. It's a service industry, service and goods industries. And it is a very heavy industry. And how many and then you move in and talk about this industry has to be contributed by the effort of these people lah.
Yeah.
These are all literature lah. You must get it from proper literature. Cannot be just like you write like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So then you lead into talking about there's a few branch of professionals here, and then these are the ECP, and what is the different what is the definition of ECP, engineering practicing consultants, and how many ECPs are there in Sarawak at the moment, and how are they operating, and what is their duties, what are their roles, in the engineering, in the construction industry.
Okay.
Yeah, what are duties, what are their main duties, what are their main roles, what are their main operation like, and how many of them are actually a big firm, how many of them are small firm, how many engineering practitioners are there. And then all engineering practitioner ECP has to be registered with the Board of Engineers, BEM, and then the BEM, you need to look at some of the BEM regulations about ECP as well. So you need to put it in your literature review,
Yeah.
Okay. And then with all these roles, duties, and all that, and then you need to talk about problems related to ECP, maybe problems with ECP themselves or problems that is created by ECP, and then that would be like a 2.4 or 2.3 already. So these are mainly to create your problem statement, meaning that the contribution of ECP is so important, and yet there are many complaints about ECP or there are many issues that is surrounding ECP and then this is the part that later on you will transfer to your chapter 1 to do your problem statement, and then the aim and objective of the study, which you are going to write in chapter 1, will be we are studying the level of service that is provided by the ECP in Sarawak.
Okay.
So this one here, issues caused by ECP or issue that ECP face also you can write both,
Okay.
Then the following sections we will talk about maybe something like what do you mean by level of service? So you need to look at the definition of what is service. You see that ECP service comprises of what? Design, supervision, design, supervision, and also I think mainly it's design and supervision, and some of them are in the operation. So what is it that you're looking at for the project? You see, you need to talk about the parameters. What do you mean by definition of service? In design, they're supposed to provide what sort of services, for example, and then that's how you do your questionnaire later, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So under supervision, what are they expected to do, So you need to refer to, let's say, services of ECP in other places, services of ECP in Sarawak, services of ECP in Australia, for example, other places, not necessarily in Sarawak only, so then that is whereby you define, you pick up the keywords, like, for example, what are you going to look at, you see? So what kind of areas are you going to look at? Are you going to look at the professionalism of the design? Are you looking at the accuracy of the design? Or are you looking at what are you looking at, kind of thing? So supervision, are they being professional about it? So I can roughly tell you these things now, but all these things will come from your literature review.
Yeah.
Okay. Their roles are on site. They play the superintendent officers, and they play the role of SO plus the SO representative. And what are their roles? What are their jobs? So then from there you can slowly design your questionnaire based on those parameters. You see. So the last part of the literature review is going to be on the last part of the literature review will be on something like 5 or 6 different research that is carried out elsewhere to gauge the level of service of consultants. So see what other people have studied, you see, and how they study it. If they use questionnaire, how do they design their questionnaire? How do they put their questionnaire up, and then what are the wordings they use, that sort of thing. So you can see you can see all the parameters. So this 2 bit here, the research methods and also the type of services, that kind of thing, you have to get it from other places, hopefully, or from other research to design your own questionnaire of how you're going to gauge the level of service, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's for the questionnaire design, basically.
Yes.
Okay, so this is how
So,
I will go about your literature review lah, basically lah.
okay, noted on that. Dr. Ting, usually literature review, you expected how many pages?
Not to say expected how many pages lah. I would say total normally from this sort of topic, I think easily you're talking about 30 over pages. Over
Okay,
30,
easily
yeah,
lah.
yeah, easily lah.
Okay.
So I think the best is we go by the flow, this flow first,
Yes.
and then if you choose to
Okay.
take it this SEM, okay, if we choose to take it this SEM, we will go by that 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks time. If you don't do
Okay.
it by even if you don't do it by this SEM, okay, let's say you drop,
Okay.
I do also
Yeah.
want you to finish up your literature review over this SEM,
I see. Okay.
so that you will have very, very easy time to prepare for your data collection next SEM.
Okay.
Yeah. Likely is because you need to prepare your questionnaire and all that. I do not think
Yeah.
that it will be possible for you to take this in one SEM.
Yes.
So either you take it now and then stop next SEM, or you do literature review now and start next SEM. That is the two options that you have.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
So
if I drop RP1 this sem, so I will be taking RP1 next sem lah, Dr. Ting.
yes, correct.
I see. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Correct.
But I will discuss with Dr. Lee first lah, Dr. Ting.
Can. That's why I said the
Okay.
option is only two. Either you take it this
Yeah.
SEM, and my expectation will be like what I see there just now. Okay. Like what I gave you, 633, okay? But I would expect that your methodology, especially the questionnaire, will not be complete, you know? So I will definitely stop you from doing it in second SEM. Okay? So then you will take second SEM to do up the questionnaire and even clean up your chapter 1, 2, 3, do your questionnaire, and then if you got time, we will get you to start distributing the questionnaire. You see?
Yeah.
Then you take in September RP2. Then the moment you come into RP2, you are already halfway with that data collection or already start data collection. So your life will be a lot easier.
Yes.
Okay, so that will be the strategy
Okay.
number 1. The strategy number 2 is to drop it now. Then I will get you to finish up your literature review only this SEM. And then when next SEM comes, I will get you to finish chapter 1, 3, and even start a little bit on your data collection.
Yes.
Okay, so that is strategy number 2. So you discuss with Dr. Lee which method you're more comfortable with, and then I don't think you should go to Dr. Lee and Dr. Lim at the same time. Otherwise, you may have a bit of like let's say if two of them, like bombard you, then you may be a bit, blur later on. Just go to Dr. Lee,
Yeah.
talk to her.
Dr.
She's
Lee.
very,
Okay.
she's very clear one, and she's always in touch with me as well. So we know what is happening and all that. Then
Okay.
after you confirm already, she will let Dr. Ling know.
Okay.
Okay, huh?
Okay. Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Are you here, Avery? Avery, are you here?
Hi, doctor.
Hi, Macquarie.
Yes, yeah, I'm here.
Give me a minute. I'm still looking for this Avery. His name is here, but his person is not here.
Oh, the new student?
Oh no, this is the other MSCEM one.
Oh, okay, doctor. Okay.
Dr. Edery said hello in the chat group.
In the chat group, ayo. Okay. So you can't use the speaker, is it, Avery? Okay. Okay, Ken. So you are listening. Anything you type on the chat box for me. Okay. I think your topic, I'm getting McCurry to come here as well. I'm discussing something with McCurry as well, and it's going to be relevant to you as well, Agary. Okay. So it's going to be quite similar, but your topic is different. But both of you are doing workman, you see. So so it's a little bit different. I mean, it's different, but there is some similarity to it. Fazana, you can go off if you want, but just let me know by this week what is the decision.
Okay, okay. All right. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Adri, you can hear me, Kenna?
Hello, hello. Hello.
Yes. Kenna?
You can hear me? Hello?
Ken, I can hear you.
Okay. All right.
All right. So again, it's a very urgent thing for you, especially because you have 6 weeks. I mean, you have only got 12 weeks to complete your chapter 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Okay, so I've read your proposal. You are doing something to do with oil palm and the workman of the productivity of people in the oil palm industry, huh?
Yes.
Okay. This one here, like what I said to Fazana just now, if you're not here or you couldn't hear just now, you have to listen back to the recording. I did mention that I'm giving you guys 6 weeks to do your literature review, 3 weeks to do your introduction, and 3 weeks to do your methodology. And we will see how you go. If you didn't do well at all, like you cannot complete it at all, then I will just give you a nominal pass, and then you can stop doing it next sem. You understand, huh?
I basically hear everything from the start.
Yeah, can. Okay, so your literature review as well is going to be, your literature review will be revolving around things like, you take note now, your literature review is revolving around things like construction industry and people involved in the construction industry. And just like what McCurry is later on, I will show you McCurry's work later on while I discuss with him. Then you will get a feel of what you should be writing in your literature review. So then basically the industry is a very complex, very, there's a lot of, no, sorry, you're not in the construction industry, you're in the palm oil industry. So
Yes.
you have to write about palm oil industry and what this industry is all about and how this industry contribute to the GDP of Malaysia and all that. And then after that, you have the second part that you talk about. This industry is actually need a lot of skilled laborers or workmen, and then you define what is workman all about, what is the definition of workman and what is workman in the oil palm industry, and then problems associated with workmen. Is there shortage of skills? Is there problems with productivity? Are they not efficient? Are they slow? And what are the causes of this level of productivity? Okay, the problems with productivity. Okay. Your main thing is you need to go and talk about the workman. Let me have a look at your wait. Yeah, you are looking at foreign labors. Okay, so you can talk about how the you can talk about how the industry needs a lot of labor, it needs a lot of workmen, and what are workmen, and what they are local workmen, and what is their job, their duties, and what do they do in the oil palm industry. And then you talk about it's necessary for them to be well-trained or not well-trained or skilled not well-skilled or general workers what are their roles and duties, or what does their job comprises of, and what is their working hours like, what is their working condition like, etc., etc. And then after that, you mentioned that problems associated with labor workforce in this industry. Okay, and then you bring in and talk about shortage of labor, and therefore the usage of foreign labor. Okay, and then with the usage of foreign labors, what are the opportunities? You need to write out what are the advantages of having this foreign labor, what are the disadvantages, what are the risks, what are the threats. You know, that whatever you've written here, you need to put that in the literature review. Okay?
All right.
But it's all literature, you know, it's nothing about you say one. You cannot say that, things like, okay, the threat is they create a lot of health problem or social problem. You know, you cannot write like that. It has to be written by somebody, you see. It has to be a proper literature review,
Yes.
written by some other people, and then supported by other authors. You know, everything here needs about at least 3 or 4 authors. That is like starting from 2010 to now, so about 10 years kind of literature. Okay,
So, as recent as 2010.
it's right about 10 years lah normally.
All right.
Okay, so then you talk about, because of all these because of all these drawbacks and risks and all that, you know, we want to assess if it's possible to continue to use foreign labors, or you can, what aspects are you looking at? You know, that's the thing that I want to be a bit clearer. So
How-
when we talk about foreign labors, are you looking at their productivity, or are you looking at the problems that they bring, or how?
That's the problem. I don't know how exactly we measure the productivity. Is it quantitatively?
Yeah, you can do quantitative if you want. Yeah. If
Product.
you do quantitative, you do productivity, then you need to look at the different processes within the oil palm industry, and how is their productivity level like, you know, and that one may need you to carry out case studies later. Not so much of questionnaire surveys, but more on case studies.
So,
So
how
are
about
you looking like more of a social kind of studies here, where you're looking at the you could get human rights and exploitation and all that. I mean, like, I find that a bit, you know, this is like a very social kind of studies. Are you sure you want to talk about that?
it's more on the values, just like the title mentioned. So that is sort of my scope of focus for the study.
So you're saying that, are they really having the value with it, or something like that? But
Yes.
okay, if that's the case, then you need to look at their productivity, and then of course the associated problem with bringing them in, and then that's whereby you need to whether they are really worth it or not.
Yes. That's the aim of the study, basically.
10. So then it's very important for you to identify the current problem with the labor workforce in the oil palm industry first. Okay, general, not necessarily foreign labors, just general, like, you know, the if there's any shortage or if there's any productivity problem, skill problems, and this sort of things. You see.
Yes. Noted.
Yeah. Then after that, you move in and say that because there's a shortage, then we bring in a lot of foreign labor. Then you mention about foreign labor. You write about foreign labor in the oil palm industry.
And then how do I'm quite confused
When
with
you read about foreign labors in the oil palm industry, you need to write what they bring, what is their the problems that are caused that are caused by them. You know, so you need to split up into 2 categories. What are the advantages and what are the disadvantages?
All right. So basically for literature review, 30 pages, right?
More or less. See how you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Take this bit down first. Is your case now is you have to take RP1 unless you want to drop RP1. But if you're going to take RP1, I think in the next 2 weeks, you have to at least let me see the literature review from the oil palm industry to the usage of labor in the oil palm industry to the general situation with the with workers in oil palm industry, who the problems general means that, you know, like with everybody, like, you know, with the foreign and with the local, you see, with just the workman, okay, just the labor. You don't define labor with the foreign or anything now at this point in time, okay? Then the next section you bring in and talk about the overall general issues with the with labor in the industry, and one of them has to be shortage lah. And with the shortage, then there is a usage of foreign labor, and then with foreign labor, you talk about what is foreign labor, where does foreign labor come from, what are the percentage of foreign labor in the oil palm industry, you know, how many of them are being recruited every year, how long they work, you know, these sort of things, you know, like you really describe the foreign labor bit, okay? From general, describe the foreign labor bit, and then from the foreign labor bit, you describe the advantages of having them in the industry and the disadvantages generally of having them in the industry. If you can get this bit done in 2 weeks' time, then we will see how you go and proceed to the next stage lah, kind of thing lah. Yeah.
Supposedly no problem for LR, supposedly.
Sorry?
Actually, for LR, I think it's still manageable. But for methodology part, I'm still quite confused. How
You
to
have to finish your LR. Because if you don't finish your LR, there's no way that you can do your methodology, because the last part of your LR is later on you have to look at the study of similar research done by other people.
yes.
Then if you have 5 or 6 research that is done by other people, then from there
You can select the
you will, you know, you will get a reference and say that maybe you want to use a SWOT analysis, maybe you want to use productivity calculation, or you want to use value engineering, or you want to use case studies, you know, all these things are dependent on what you read, you see. So you may want to have foreign labors in the shipping industry or foreign labor in construction even, you see. So see how this is done in other industry. This research is done in other industry. You can copy and, you know, more or less copy and use it, you know, and refer to it and then use it as your methodology.
yes.
So whatever that I'm telling you to do in this 2 weeks time is only about 30% of your literature review only, you know.
All right.
So you still have another 70% to go for you to finish your literature review. So don't say that literature review is easy, because it is not, you know. This is not all it is to it, you know. Getting there is only to tell you that, yes, we need to study this, you see, from the advantages and disadvantages of having foreign workers. The aim of this research is to study, to assess, or to evaluate, you know, the value of having foreign labors. So you're only doing that problem statement only, you know. So it's not even halfway through. So later on, you need to define things like what are productivity, what are the issues created by all this. That you have to go into detail about issues that is stemming from the foreign labors, you know, and then what are the costs of bringing them in, you know. You may want to study these sort of things as well.
Six weeks or 6 weeks.
Try to do it in 6 weeks, what to do? The total is 12 weeks, but you only have 2 weeks, what can I say, you know?
Yes. 12 weeks lecture.
12 weeks lecture, then most likely if you need to hand it in by maybe 10th or 8th of May, which is 1 week after your classes end, you see, for us to do the marking. All the marks have to go in by the 18th. We finish class on the 1st, you see, and then by the 18th, all the marks need to be out already. So I mean, this is no choice, you know. It's like not that I want to torture you or the system. The system is like this: tri-semester, 12 weeks only. So by 12 weeks, you need to finish up the methodology. Like I say just now, in case that you really cannot finish up the methodology, I will stop you. I mean, we will clean up the literature review and the chapter 1 first for you to be able to just get the report in first. And then after that, or write something on the methodology, not complete, but at least you write something on the methodology. And then second sem, your third sem, I would say don't take any RP, we finish it out.
As you mentioned just now. Yes.
Correct. That is one strategy of going about it.
So the nominal pass one is 65, 60, is it?
For you, what is the CGPA right now?
Sorry?
For you, what is the CGPA right now?
My CGPA. Hello.
Yes, what is the CGPA?
3.19.
3.19. I think if it's 3.19, you're still on the safe side lah. So this one here, most likely, you need nominal pass will be 60 only, nothing more than 60. Yeah.
I see.
So what is the decision? Do you want to proceed with it first, or you want to hold on and finish up your 4 subject first? Because next time you only do 2 subjects.
Let me see first in these 2 weeks. I will try write down anything.
Okay, but then remember, 2 weeks next week onwards, if you drop, you need to bayar duat ratus.
Yes, I noted with that.
Okay, you are aware of that. Okay, so yes, let's try to do this first, and then we will meet up again 2 weeks time by the 20. Today is what? Today is Monday, kan?
Right.
Let's say I look at my calendar first. By the 27th, you need to give me a draft. Then we'll meet again on the 28th.
All right.
Okay. Then we'll see how you go. If you really tidak boleh punya, then tidak boleh langsung punya. Like how you produce the work in your assignment like that. If that kind of standard comes out, I will tell you to forget it.
All right.
Like your assignment the other day, the quality assignment, you know how badly that was done, you know?
Yeah, noted.
Yeah, so if it's this kind of standard with these 2 weeks, then you really should forget about it and just drop it. Dropping it means that you will be doing RP1 next sem. Okay? And then supposed to be you will be graduated by next sem. But unfortunately, because you need to do your RP2 in September, you'll be delayed for 1 sem.
Yeah.
Okay? So that will be the consequences. But if really RP1 you do next sem, and then masih kalang kabut, then I would say September also don't take any RP2. Because it's very critical, you know, you have to get this done properly. If not, now it's 4 credit hours. So when you times it, when it comes to RP2 later on, there will be other examiner as well. It's not to say that the thing pass you is pass, you know. It's not so easy. So if your work is not up to standard, I cannot pass you. And other exam, even if I pass you, other examiner don't pass you, there's nothing I can say about it also, you see.
Yes.
So RP1 is still within our control in that sense. So we have to be more we can play around with it a little bit more. But don't worry, Edry, just put in the effort. I think the approach of this masters for you all, your batch was not right last sem. So this sem, try to approach it better. And then we will see how you go, especially with this RP, because you don't take any RM already. So supposed to be you take this one should be quite okay one. Okay?
Yeah.
As for Ghana, they have to take RM plus 4 subjects plus RP, you know, it's crazy.
A lot heavier.
Yeah, a lot heavier. So they don't have to do RM anymore. You don't have to do RM anymore. You see? So you should be having more time to do the literature. My advice for you is you have to spend 3 hours every day.
3 hours.
because you need to search for the literature, read the literature, and try to compile the literature to take out all the important points from the literature to back up your case, kind of thing. It's just not about copy here and there, and plug it in, that sort of things, you see. So, yeah, it's not like that. It has to be read the literature. Maybe the literatures have some parts that's relevant, then you take it out, and then you join with other authors, that sort of thing. So you come up with your own literature review. But literature review, you still need to refer to the other authors. So the more authors you have, the better it is.
The more comparable.
Once you get your literature review done, okay, we can probably delay your literature review to about 8 weeks maximum. Then after that, if it's really well done already, to do chapter 1 and chapter 3, it will only take about 2 weeks, if it's well done.
Okay.
Yeah, literature review is a core. Once you've got your literature review all correct, then you move on. It's going to be a lot easier to do chapter 1 because a lot of information from in chapter 1 will come from the literature review. And same goes, if you do a good research on other people's method into the research, this type of research, like 5 or 6 different research, you see what are the parameters they use and what are the studies they use, and you can take one and you can use it. Then you write the methodology very fast one.
Yeah. How about that? For chapter 1, 2, 3, estimated number of pages. What's the estimated number of pages for chapter 1, 2, 3 for RP1?
There's no such thing as good. There's no such thing as more the better lah, But normally, I would say for a proper literature review, chapter 1, 2, 3, unless you are doing very laboratory work, very technical kind of studies, like very numbers kind of studies, normally chapter 1, 2, 3, people will go for at least like if technical ones, I think will be about 20 to 30 pages.
20, 30, all right.
It's very technical studies like lab type, like concrete lab, like your chemical lab or whatever. Then for this sort of my sort of studies, like this management kind of studies, easily 50 to 60 pages.
Yeah, more to case studies.
Yeah, it's more to a lot of reading and a lot of studies, you see, that is done.
Okay.
Okay, let me show you on McCurry's work. McCurry, you here, McCurry?
Yes, doctor, I'm here.
Yeah, so let me show you on McCurry's work, okay? So McCurry, chapter 1 and 2, he has 56 pages, and I'm not so happy yet with this work, you see? So these are something that is a guideline. He is looking at workmanship related to motivation, you see? So he's also talking about workman. That's why I say his work is a little bit related to you, so you can see how we do your let's look at his literature review, okay? So your literature review will start from something like a general section, what this chapter is all about, okay?
Doctor,
And then also,
you haven't shared the screen.
oh, I haven't shared the screen. Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Okay, now okay.
Okay, right. So yeah, I'm going to go through this with Adri same time as going through it with McCurry lah. So maybe I'll go through it with McCurry so that Adri can get a feel of what the literature review looks like, you see. Okay, so you can see that for literature review, we go from what this chapter is all about, and then this one you can write last once the chapter is finished already. Then overview of the construction industry. So we're talking about construction industry, blah blah blah, the GDP, and how important the industry is, and what does the industry do, and how does it contribute to the Malaysian economy, and the resources for this industry include manpower, material, plants, tools, equipment, and finance, and all that. So manpower is one of the most critical component, and from there he moved in and talk about what is manpower. So your literature review must flow, Adri. It must flow. So you can talk about what is the oil palm industry like, in about a page or so, and then you talk about move in and talk about oil palm industry requires also things like machineries, and facilities, and also um, um, besides facilities, you also need logistic and also like workman, and workman is or labor is one of the main characteristic of the oil palm industry. So what is workman, you see? So workman, you need to describe what is workman. Workman in the oil palm industry, what are they like? Are they people who actually harvest? Are they people who actually do the refinery? Like you need to describe what are the areas in oil palm industry where by the workers, what are the names or the job of those workers in the oil palm industry. So you talk about the workers, categories of workers. So this same thing, you also should write something like this. What are the categories of labor? And maybe have some data on the labor, and then you need to relate what are the issues and general issues and problem related to the labor in oil palm industry, for example. And then one of them is maybe considered as I mean, like for construction industry, what Macquarie have here is shortage. Shortage is one problem, and lack of skills is another problem. So generally, you speak about this, and then you can talk about, because of shortage problem, we import a lot of foreign workers, and then from the foreign workers, you describe foreign laborers in the oil palm industry and what are their advantage, what are the advantages of having them and what are the disadvantages of having them, for example. And then you move in and talk about what are the type of problems that they bring, you see. I mean, like from there, you can talk about issues and problems related to foreign laborers in the oil palm industry. So you can go by social, by economy, by productivity, so different category kind of thing. Okay?
Noted.
Yeah, you get a feel. So I think that will, if you can go up to that stage, you're looking at about, if you can finish writing about the issues, the productivity issues, the social issues, the economic issues, all these different issues, you break it down into subcategories and describe them with different authors and all that. If you can write that bit up, I think you are about 50% done already. Okay?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay? So yeah, Edgery, so this is how you should draft your literature review. Okay, and then at the end of every section, you have to summarize whatever is on the top, and then say that, okay, the above tells us what, and the below will mention what. For example, it will address what, for example. Okay, so let's say a poor workmanship, the above address talks about good and poor workmanship, and the following describe what are the issues from poor workmanship, for example, defects and all that. Yeah. So yeah, you can break it down into these different categories, you see. So here we talk about reworks, and although this is because we're talking about quality of workmanship in construction. So yours is about issues, that is created by this foreign labor in the oil palm industries. Okay, maybe there are legal issues, there are foreign issues, like foreign, there may be even foreign policies issues, there may be productivity issues, or are they really doing well in productivity? They're really more efficient than our own people, for example. So you need to have literature, you can break it down into subsection like this for problems and issues with foreign labors. So first you have the advantages and disadvantages of general advantages and disadvantages of having them. And then you can move in and talk about the second section, maybe 2.5, problems and issues related to foreign workers in the oil palm industry. So then you can write in different subcategories. Okay?
Okay, Doctor.
Okay. Right, if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. I will need to settle with Macquarie also. He has been waiting long. Okay. You can stay back and listen if you want to. Macquarie, your supplement, you have already supplement all these things, which I think is okay, which I think is good. Okay. I think
Okay.
I don't think your literature review have any problem at the moment. I think it's quite clean already. Okay. It's basically all clean up already, and then you've also add in the past research as well. Okay, this past research that you have, where is it?
Blue color. All the blue color, Doctor. Yeah.
So you've summarized it. But here, the summary, instead of saying remark, I need you to write what are the parameters of studies. So this question A surveys that this CAM studies, I need you to put in parameters of studies. Because without this, how are you going to capture the parameters for your studies later on? Okay. So instead of just remark, convert that into, look into this research that you have here, about 7 research here, look into the parameters that they use to study poor workmanship, or the parameters that they use to study the contributing factors or the performance or whatever. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This gap of studies, I really don't need you to write it here. Just after you finish this already, just gap of studies is actually what we call problem statement. So this is not problem statement. So you don't simply don't simply throw in any new chapter and say that, So just summarize the above. From the above, most of the studies related to performance or poor workmanship and the reason for poor workmanship and all that are actually carried out using observation, questionnaire, or interview, or whatever. You see?
Okay.
Don't simply put in this gap of research. You need to use a lot of things that are not like very simply one subject matter two, kind of thing. So this one here, you can just summarize the above, okay, and then the summary of the chapter.
Summary of the
okay.
chapter. Yeah.
But I don't really see much research on study of motivation, because if you don't have a study on motivation, how will we know how you're going to describe? Because you are relating motivation of workers with poor workmanship, because I don't really see much of that here, okay, of motivation, okay.
Okay, let me add later on. Yeah.
You see how this one, I think you need a bit of study the parameters, especially when it comes to motivation.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise I cannot pinpoint, because I'm not a psychologist, so I don't know. With poor workmanship, I know the parameters are like defects, operation, maintenance, all these things are the parameters. But with motivation, I have no idea. Is it emotional, physical, like what are the things that you study when you study motivation?
Okay.
Maybe you study the carrot, you study the donkey, kind of thing, you that is motivation. I don't know. So what are the way that you study motivation? Or how does the motivation work here, you see?
Okay.
Okay. So here, for management. Yeah, you got something on motivation here. Define motivation. Okay. So maybe you need to point out, what is motivation? How do you judge motivation? How do you improve motivation? Is it via job enrichment? Is this the parameters that you're studying, you see?
Okay.
So I think you're a bit lacking in the past research that deals with motivation. Okay.
Okay. Noted.
Right. So here, for your chapter 1, okay, chapter 1, I was actually quite happy when I go up to this, when you say about good workmanship, bad workmanship, and impact of workmanship, and then you talk about workmanship being demotivated. You've already bring in the work motivation. Like for example, according to Asara, these are the factors that identify low quality of work, and one of them is lack of desire among employees. So this is motivation. So from here, this sentence maybe can come after, maybe after this sentence. So from Asara, one of the reason is for substandard workmanship is demotivated workers, you see. So here
Mm.
you already start to talk about demotivated workers already, the reason for poor workmanship. I was very happy when I read up to here. I thought, okay, yeah, the flow is good. Then suddenly, kapak, again, you talk about other things. You go back and talk about importance of workmanship. Why? You see, you already talk about workmanship. If you want to talk about the importance of workmanship, then it should be coming earlier here before you even talk about good or poor workmanship.
Okay.
Here you already you already muscle the topic already. You with this 2.5, 1.2.5, you bring people out again. You see, poor workmanship leads to building failures, blah blah blah. You know.
Mm.
So yeah, you talk about importance. You already talk about poor workmanship. Why you want to talk about importance of workmanship again? You see.
Okay.
So
Okay.
this one here again importance of poor workmanship. Why you got two topics of importance of
Double.
workmanship?
Sorry. Sorry, doctor. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to talk about importance, importance of workmanship, don't talk about importance of poor workmanship. Poor workmanship is not important, Macquarie.
Yeah.
It is not important. So if you want to talk about, this particular section here, importance of workmanship, all the way down here to importance of poor workmanship.
Okay.
I don't know why you put it here. I really don't know why you put it here. If you really want to put it somewhere, it should go to your literature review, and the summary of it should goes up to somewhere before.
Yeah. Actually, I already I already say in the literature review in the early on. Yeah, maybe during touching up
So
this one.
don't bring people out. It's just like
Okay.
you already makan, you want to telang already, and then now you want me to vomit, you see?
Okay, doctor. Yeah, noted. Yeah,
Mm.
I will throw it this one. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you can talk about, like,
Mm.
let's say this one here, maybe this paragraph you don't put in here first, okay? You don't put in
Okay.
here first. You go straight to causes of poor workmanship.
Down there. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the causes is motivation. So then this paragraph, you put it somewhere here. Okay, causes of poor workmanship. And then you must mention about motivation. You must explain motivation here. There must be a section on motivation. That is very important.
Okay.
So what is motivation and what is the result of poor motivation? What are the parameters in motivation and all that? So maybe about a page on motivation.
Okay.
Okay, so 2 points. So causes of poor workmanship, you can retain, and then include that one of the reasons is poor workmanship, causes by poor motivation. So this is your 2.1 point, something on motivation. So write about motivation, and then the problem statement in poor workmanship. Okay, so down your general aim, the aim of the study, the aim of the study.
Okay.
The aim of the study is to look at poor workmanship in relation. I don't think this is your aim. Okay, this is not your aim. The aim of the study is to look at the relationship between poor workmanship in construction industry with respect to motivation.
Okay, doctor.
To study, the aim of the study is the aim of the project is to study the relationship between to study the relationship of between poor workmanship in relation to motivation among workers in Sabah. So the following is the objective.
Then,
So it's aim and objective.
Hmm.
So the aim is to identify the causes for lack of motivation. What do you mean by stringent practice? Practice of stringent vetting. Does
Kinds
this
of,
have to do with workmanship or does it have to do with motivation?
motivation, investigate,
Investigate what?
investigate the practice, like, how to say, there's any other good words instead of using this one?
I mean, I'm not sure what you're vetting, you see. What is stringent vetting process? What are you vetting? Are you vetting the motivation of workers? Are you vetting the workmanship?
The workers. So maybe I try to look into this one lah, Doc.
Okay, so I think I'm not sure what you're trying to tell me here, lah, huh? The objective
Okay.
of the study is to identify the causes of lack of motivation, or maybe you can write the objective of the study is to study the reason for how to say to study how motivation can cause poor workmanship.
Okay.
I think that is already causes of lack of motivation. No, this three objective is very confusing. The objective should be flowing very beautifully one. It cannot be like that.
Okay.
Normally
I
it
try
will
to
be like
explain.
to look at how motivation causes poor workmanship, then to identify the causes for poor workmanship, okay,
Okay.
and then to see how to improve motivation among workers.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. It should be flowing beautifully like that. Not
Okay.
like like this one you're looking at workmanship. This one you're looking at
Yeah.
motivation. And this one I don't know what you're looking at. You see?
Yeah, this one is inspection.
Yes.
The inspection.
This-
Yeah.
This one you really don't want to look at effects of poor workmanship anymore. You want to look at how
How
what
How-
you want to look at how
to improve motivation among the workers?
no. It's the very beginning whereby you need to say that,
Mm.
you need to say poor workmanship.
Okay, the flow lah.
By- Yeah, I mean, like, you want to understand how motivation causes
How
poor
motivation.
workmanship.
Mhm.
Motivation, lack of motivation cause poor workmanship.
Okay, motivation coach for workmanship.
And then you go in and talk about causes of lack of motivation.
Lack of motivation. Causes of lack of motivation.
Can you see the picture? Because you are studying the relationship between poor workmanship and motivation. So the first objective is you must zero in already. You must talk about motivation that causes poor workmanship.
Okay.
Okay, unless you want to have a definition here that says that to study type of poor workmanship
Oh, okay.
in construction. And then how lack of motivation, or to verify that lack of motivation, to verify that lack of motivation causes poor workmanship. You need to verify that. And then to see what are the causes of lack of motivation, to see how to improve motivation, eliminate
To eliminate.
problem. You see?
Okay, good. Yeah.
Then your methodology will be studying these four things, you see?
Okay. The flow is there. Very nice.
Yeah. Okay, so from the look of it, I do not think you're ready for RP2, honestly. What do you think?
It's your call, doctor. Yeah.
No, I respect your decision also because it's a risk that you have to take. You see. So I mean, I feel like now for you to do your methodology, I can only give you 2 weeks. Okay. So
2
if
weeks,
you
huh?
can come up with a methodology that addresses all these things with all the parameters that you get from the literature review, the section
Okay.
2.7, then from that parameters, then you create some form of study, whether it's via case study or via questionnaire surveys. Okay, it
Okay.
has to address these 4 things. You see.
Okay. Okay. Noted, doctor.
So
Okay.
if you can create something in 2 weeks' time, then okay, I think maybe you still have time to do data collection.
Okay. Okay.
How busy are you this time of the year?
I'm this month very busy until end of this month.
Yeah.
Yeah, because yeah.
I think, Macquarie, let's sacrifice a little bit. I think you drop RP2, okay,
Okay.
and then we take time to clean up the methodology. I mean, like we will get you to start on the methodology now after today. And then we will
Okay.
we do it nice and slowly and determine your methodology and do your methodology. And then let's say if you can finish within 7 or 8 weeks, then I will get
Okay.
you to do data collection first.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
doctor.
We will still continue to do our study, but I don't want you to stress yourself like this. Okay, you've got a very busy time at work and then you need to come up with a methodology in 2 weeks' time. Do you think it's possible?
Okay.
It's either you want to try and come up with a methodology that I am happy with in 2 weeks' time,
Mhm.
then we proceed. Then you've got about 8 weeks for data collection. But
Okay.
then but if by the time I'm not happy, you drop, that is penalty of 200.
Okay. No worries. No worries, doctor. Yeah.
You drop now this week, then there's no penalty.
Okay.
Okay. So what do you think? Do you want to think about it and let me know?
Yeah, because actually this month, doctor, I'm very packed on the 17th until 21st. I'm actually attending my convocation in PWTC, and then on the 22nd up to end of the month, I'm attending the VE in Putrajaya. So I don't really have much time lah.
And if that's the
Yeah,
case,
because,
drop it
mm,
before Friday, drop the RP2, okay? Because I saw you pick up RP2, so you drop the RP2, and then you finish all your, you take the time to clean up these two, what I give you today, and then
okay,
add in the motivation bit, and then when we
okay,
come back again in March, we start on your
okay,
methodology.
okay, doctor. Yeah.
And then, but you are not registered for RP2, huh? You just drop it first.
Okay,
So you are more relaxed. Then in March, we will start on your methodology. We'll do it nice and steady, and you finish all your assignment nice and steady and get good marks, not kalangka bookmark again, because
yeah,
last sem, your marks, some of them are borderline.
yeah.
So
Okay,
this time, these 3 subjects, I want you to get 70 and above.
okay.
Yeah, so we spend time, we will definitely finish your methodology this sem, okay?
Okay,
Maybe even get you started on your data collection, and then you focus on your 3 subjects to get good marks for it.
okay, good. Thank you very much.
Then next sem, come back, we will finish up your data collection, focus on your core subject, finish up, do your analysis, okay? And then last sem is the 4th sem, which is going to be in September or October. That one only left your RP3. So
Okay,
then life is going to be very smooth for you, okay?
okay, doctor.
Yeah, rather than we push it now, And then you kelang kabut, subject also kelang kabut, and then RP also kelang kabut. Nanti semua ambil 60, 65, 60, 65 macam itu. No point kan, you know?
Yeah, yeah, agree, doctor.
Okay? So take it easy. Take it easy. We all only live once. Don't be stressed by this thing. Okay?
Yeah, doctor.
All right. Huh?
Okay, doctor. Noted.
I will send you the draft later on.
So this, I just want to inform you, doctor, on the 19 and 20, maybe I can take my attendance, but I will be able to, join the class. Yeah, join the class because I'm having my convocation. So I just want to inform you lah. Yeah.
And no problem. By then, before that week, you just inform us again and all the other lecturers again so that they will do the recording and then you just listen back to the recording lah.
Yeah, doctor. Yeah, thank you very much.
So, by the end of the month, 28th or 1st of March, you send me back. This 1 or 2 chapter with the inclusion of motivation.
Okay. On the 28th, is it?
28th or 1st or 2nd also can. No problem.
Wow, very tough. No, this month I'm very packed. I'm very
No
maybe much.
problem. It's only tiny bit of things here. Just take your time. You know, just this 2 chapter only. Don't think about methodology yet. Just think about cleaning up this 2 chapter. Okay.
Yeah, chapter 1 and chapter 2. Okay, doctor. Noted.
Based on my comment today, especially the motivation bit is still lacking,
Yeah. Thank you very much.
So if you cannot, never mind. Just let me know. Then we will maybe shift it to another week or so, and we'll see how we go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, doctor. Yeah, noted.
Yeah. Just enjoy your graduation. We have a time. Just do a bit here and there, lah. Yeah.
Okay, doctor. Yeah.
Yeah. And then remember to go to the SMP system and drop your RP2,
Then SNP, okay.
Then wherever you do the course registration the other day, you need to go back there and drop your RP2. If you don't drop your RP2, if you don't finish it, I have to give you a fail,
Don't get fail. I will drop. Yeah, I will drop, doctor.
It's very
By this
serious.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
yeah.
students, they don't drop, they after we tell them to drop, they lupa to go and drop. And then at the end of the sem, they have nothing to hand in, and then we have to fail them.
Yeah, because I know my schedule because I'm aware to do the value engineering for this one of the water supply projects. So maybe I won't be able to complete. Very tough for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just like I said, remember officially you need to drop your RP2,
Okay, doctor. Thank you for notifying. Yeah.
Okay, very important. I takut nanti you lupa, you go somewhere else and then you lupa and you think that, doctor, I didn't drop. Because there is a time the system will not allow you to drop anymore. So if the system don't allow you to drop anymore, you will definitely have a marks, and it's going to be a very bad marks if you haven't do anything.
Yeah, hopefully I will be getting higher because now my CGPA is 3.4. So hopefully by this sem will be increased lah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, doctor, waiting for your report.
Okay. Can.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Drop. Go and drop.
Okay, doctor. Hey, just now the Idris is which sem is this
He's
guy?
in October. He's coming in October 7. He's doing the EM, engineering management one.
Same with us lah, with Roland, October last year. Is it?
Yeah. But very poor. Those students very, very poor. Yeah.
But sounds the way he talk sounds very smart guy.
Young guy lah. But
Young guy.
last sem their result all very bad, especially for the engineering management one. Banyak fail,
Wow.
Mm.
Susah.
I tell you, our 9 students are like about 10 times better than them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you all are definitely a lot better. I mean, now their RP1 lebih susah lagi because they're doing 2 RP only, RP1 and 2. They need to do 3 chapter and 3 chapter. It's really crazy, I tell you.
I see. We thought we are the worst one.
No, you guys are not. Honestly, yeah. you guys are actually managing it really well already. We just need a bit of help here and there to help you to manage. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, with your guidelines, thank you very much. Roland also appreciate that, doctor. Yeah,
No problem.
when
But I
our side is very, yeah, very tough for us to being a student and working very tough. It's not
Uh,
easy.
are you okay? Your test come out negative?
Yes,
Your PCR test okay or not?
I'm negative, but my whole family is getting sick and got very high fever lah, 38, 39, but still negative lah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
but
just normal flu lah, huh?
yeah, the body only weak lah, weak I think 50% lah. So need to be more recover, and then that's why I need to fly again KL. Yeah, frequent fly. So because now the increasing of the COVID also, the numbers are very very scary also.
Yeah,
Mm.
you'll be very careful, huh?
Yeah.
Not
So
yourself lah, huh? Okay.
yeah, okay, doctor. So meaning to say our class will be physical online most of the time until end of the semester, right?
Yeah. We will definitely have online classes until end of the sem. Don't worry.
Yeah, good. Because I'm very scared because of I'm facing the difficulty recently. Yeah, cannot. I'm speechless.
No
So,
worries. We'll definitely get you to. I mean, like even if let's say we go back to physical next sem, we will definitely get you guys to be on hybrid mode, meaning that you all will just go online, especially you and Roland, and the outstation one will be all online, and then those that is in teaching in Sarawak, we get them to come back to class.
yeah, on Ashraf also, right? Kapit, very far.
Indonesia.
very very tough because the vaccinated also even Malaysian also the vaccinated not recognized by their other country lah.
Yeah, better not lah. Okay, so yeah,
Mm.
you take care. Okay.
Mm. Okay, doctor, thank you for your guideline. So I will try
Worry
my best
don't
to
worry about the
close the net.
physical or you don't worry about the physical or online. That one I will handle it for you all. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, so okay, doctor.
Okay. See you.
See you around. Bye.